Is there such a thing as casual hard drug user? Basically every bartender ever. There are definitely casual coke meth users. Opiates are way harder, that shit's insidious. Everyone I know who does coke does it casually, every month or other month or whenever a show party gets to that point. I tagged along for a while until I started finishing other people's bags after they went to bed. I couldn't be casual, but plenty of people can. I think opiates are a different story. Never tried them cause I just know I'd be hooked. There are functioning users of many kinds of drugs, but not always casual, if that makes sense. If you count MDMA as a hard drug, I guess I'm a casual user. I do it once every few years if the opportunity comes up. It's super fun, but not an OMG I need to do this every day way. So I'm not worried about addiction or anything. Absolutely there's such a thing. That doesn't mean anyone should chance it. I mean, have you heard of the 80s? But for real, there is a doc about a guy that is a high-functioning heroin addict. If you have a good work ethic, I'm sure a lot of people can find a balance. Shit, I drink a 6-pack every day along with about an 18 of weed and still show up to work every day. Casual coke user here. Of course it's possible. You don't automatically get addicted after the first try. I buy a gram of cocaine about every second or third month. I'm doing this since years in that way, never had any problems with it. Can't say much about crack, never tried it. But I tried meth once in my life and I am pretty sure if I ever try it again I would become addicted to it. Meth is completely different in terms of addictive potential, at least in my experience, but it can vary from human to human. I personally have a much harder time controlling my weed consumption. Yes, and it's entirely possible that most hard drug users are casual users. Here's an Ivy League professor who's a casual heroin user. https://www.nighttimes.com 20,210,410 Norwegian Carl Hart drugs.html. Turns out that the government has been lying its ass off about drugs for well over 90 years. All drugs used to be legal in the US. Heroin and cocaine were available as OTC medicines. And yet somehow we did not become a nation of addicts. Addiction rates appear to average about 1 in 10 for both alcohol and hard drugs. For those addicted, long-term recovery rates also average about 1 in 10. Coke? Sure, we all put down a few lines on the weekend like you would do a glass of wine. It's not that addictive. Weed? You work with people who do it every night. Heroin? You used to know people who were casual users. Now with the fentanyl contamination etc. they're dead. And back in the day, we had better pills. Like Ludes. Completely legal. 1. Chill our shit out. 2. Like a 12-pack. 4. Party on Garth. I used to know a couple casual social cocaine users. When there was a party or a concert or something, they drop the kid off at grandma's, pick up a baggie of coke, party it up for the night weekend, pick the kid up from grandma's, and back to the 9-5 on Monday. Sure there are. My sister is one of them, lol. Yes. Testing of sewage waters in all European cities with a major financial hub like London, Amsterdam, Paris etc. show extremely high results for cocaine residue. Working 100 hours a week, they need a little pick-me-up to party during the weekend. So my question, is it possible for people to just casually do cocaine? Yes, at least that's how it starts. Some people can go for a year or longer and it's just a weekend or specific occasion thing. Not everyone, but quite a few will then for some reason increase their usage and become cocaine mentally addicted to it. Opiates, though, I've not really known any that were casual users, so those typically develop a physical dependency that is way harder to get rid of. I was a casual coke user. Did heroin twice and speed once casually as well. Yes. It depends on the person. I knew a former meth head in HS and became clean after taking a hard look at herself in the mirror. I knew a dude hit the pipe once and landed in the streets. I knew someone else who did coke and meth whenever it was around and never got hooked. It all depends on the person. It's just a matter of time before you can't stop or have the chance to stop. Yes, I am good friends with a man that can snort cocaine and smoke crack without developing a habit.